In 1959, the Vietnam War began, becoming the longest deployment of U.S. forces in wartime conditions in the history of the American Republic, claiming more than 58,000 American lives and wounding nearly 300,000 others. The Vietnam War has left a lasting legacy within the nation's history, one of great emotion, grievance, and reflection. Although millions of visitors experience the healing power of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial annually, millions more have not yet had the opportunity. Many do not have the resources to make the journey to the nation's capital in Washington, D.C., while others may find the war's legacy easier to confront within their own communities.
As young men, we all went off to war like our fathers had before us. And when they came home, they got ticker tape parades, they was honored. We went off to war, doing our obligation. We never ran off to Canada like many did at the time. We stood fast, we did our duty. We all lost comrades in arms. But when we came home, we saw something completely different. We saw a nation that had really changed. And they was anti-war, anti-soldiers. We was called horrible names. We was spit upon. Just every type of indignity known to man, to the veterans and to the people. They needed to know about the war, understand what we was doing there, the reason why we was there. We all lost comrades in arms, and their names are on one of the 58,000 names that's set on the granite wall in Washington, D.C. These are the men that were the true heroes of that war, and each and every one of them needs to be honored.
The Wall That Heals, an exhibition featuring a 250-foot replica of the original memorial in Washington, D.C., will travel to Blue Springs, Missouri, September 2010, addressing not only the loss, but also the lives of more than 58,000 men and women whose names are inscribed on the wall. The Wall That Heals transcends the Vietnam War to help our great nation renew its relationship with veterans of all wars. It helps veterans from all American conflicts find restoration and a powerful bond through their common military experiences. Since its inception in 1996, over 2 million people have visited the traveling exhibit, and it has made stops in nearly 250 locales across the nation. In 2010, the city of Blue Springs will host this monumental exhibit, helping Kansas City area veterans, parents, children, and friends find healing and a powerful connection as we join together in saying, "Welcome home, Vietnam veterans. Welcome home."
I'm excited about the opportunity to bring the Wall That Heals to Blue Springs. And when I say the Wall That Heals, I'm talking about the Vietnam Memorial. This is a replica of the wall that is in Washington, D.C., that is visited by many, many people each year. I speak passionately about this because I am a Vietnam veteran. I served in 1967 and 68 with the 9th Infantry Division. This really has significance because for the first time in 42 years, I attended a reunion in Indianapolis of my unit and was able to renew a lot of acquaintances, but we also reflected on some of the men that we lost during that conflict. We're happy to be able to bring this to Blue Springs, and the City Council approved at their meeting on August 3rd the contract that allows this to happen. But I'm excited to have a number of partners in this process. We have the Blue Springs School District, we have the Blue Springs Chamber and businesses, we have veteran organizations, and the list goes on.
The Wall That Heals will travel to Blue Springs, Missouri, September 30th through October 3rd, 2010. The Vietnam Veterans Memorial will be housed in the historic Pink Hill Park at 2715 Northwest Park Drive in Blue Springs, a 40-acre site offering a serene natural environment for peace and reflection. The effort to bring the Wall That Heals exhibit to Blue Springs in 2010 is a collaborative one involving key partners dedicated to the success of this monumental exhibit and creating a lasting impact for our community. These partners include the City of Blue Springs, the Blue Springs School District, the business community of Blue Springs law enforcement and fire protection agencies, and the Veterans Associations of the Greater Kansas City area. Leading the charge is a volunteer-based citizen planning committee and the Blue Springs The Wall That Heals Advisory Board, a decision-making body that works to ensure the proper planning and facilitation of the exhibit as it travels to our community in September 2010. While there are many partners involved in bringing The Wall That Heals to Blue Springs, there is still one more supporter we need to help us in this effort. That partner is you. Your participation in Blue Springs The Wall That Heals is critical to the success of this event in our community. By supporting this Traveling Vietnam Veterans Memorial, you will help thousands of veterans, parents, children, and friends discover the power of learning, healing, and reflection that comes when they experience The Wall That Heals. Because a traveling replica depends on volunteers, cities and towns that host the memorial have to contribute the majority of the costs associated with its transportation and oversight while it's in the community. Some of the expenses required to host the exhibit include equipment needs, such as proper staging, lighting and fencing, and administrative costs, such as publicity, public education, and program planning. Citizens can support the Blue Springs The Wall That Heals by making a monetary donation of any amount to the Blue Springs The Wall That Heals Fund. It's sponsored by the Truman Heartland Community Foundation. Donations can be made in two ways. Online, supporters can go to the website BlueSpringsWall.wmv.net and click on Donations tab at the top of the page.
My father was Charles J. Toma. He was in the Army and did a couple different tours in Vietnam and was killed in action on January 12, 1967. I've seen one of the traveling walls. I have not been to Washington, D.C., but a number of years ago, one of the traveling walls came, and I'm not sure if it was the Wall That Heals or not, but I was totally unprepared for the impact. I figured it would be more of a touristy kind of event, and really wasn't prepared for the emotion to be able to walk up and touch the wall. Very interactive, very powerful experience. You know, with the times, not everybody can travel, especially if there are, you know, a large family. Just getting away is tough to do sometimes. With the local opportunity, it's a chance for families to go together. It may be a chance for grandparents to bring grandchildren. So with the community experience, it gives them so many more opportunities to connect. It's much more convenient, and I would anticipate that there are going to be people who maybe go out once and then need to go back again, maybe bring somebody that they care about to share the experience with them.
Supporters can also make donations by check or money order to the Blue Springs The Wall That Heals Fund by mail. Blue Springs The Wall That Heals, care of Truman Heartland Community Foundation, 300 North Osage, Independence, Missouri, 64050. We will gladly accept your monetary donation of any amount. Each gift plays an important part in bringing the Blue Springs The Wall That Heals to our community.
But we encourage everyone to be able to get involved and come out and celebrate having this in Blue Springs. Words can never really reflect what this means to a lot of people. There are people that served in Vietnam, probably haven't had an opportunity to go back to Washington, D.C. to be able to view this replica and to be able to see names of people they served with who gave the ultimate price. Fortunately, I've been able, because of all my involvements, to go back to the wall, and I've been able to view that wall, but this time it will have even more significance because for the first time I will be able to find the names of some of the men that I served with, and that means a lot to me. So I would encourage you to get involved. If you have an opportunity, there is a committee that's been established, and I am serving as honorary chairman of that group. If you're interested at all, please call my office at 816-228-0110, and we'll certainly find a place for you to get